gonna talk about what dental offices are looking for in an associate, how to make a higher income, and overall how to dominate your job as a dental associate. Whether you're just graduating dental school or finishing residency, or maybe you've been out practicing for a couple years, there are some qualities that most offices look for and are gonna help you stand out above the rest. Number one, adaptability. Chances are when you go into a new office, they are not gonna have all the same materials and instruments that you're used to using either in dental school or at another office. So when you start a new office, I would recommend spending some time going through the drawers, seeing what brands and materials they are using. I would literally take a notebook and write down any materials or brands that you are not familiar with. And then in your spare time, look up the manufacturer's instructions. This is really important because certain brands may have slightly different instructions, and that can really affect the way that the product works. I've used multiple different brands of light body, and sometimes the setting time is a little bit different. Nothing worse than taking out your crown prep impression that you just worked so hard to get and you realize it didn't dry all the way. So take the time to really know what materials are in the office and how to properly use them. I personally think it's a positive though to work in an office with new materials or new brands because there are so many different options out there, and this way you can really figure out what you like and what works best in your hands. Number two, treat your team as gold. If you are not respectful and friendly to the staff, they are not going to go out of their way to help you. Staff can either give you the bare minimum or they can give you 110% effort. And this is going to depend on how you treat them. I've worked at multiple offices and I've seen doctors come in and be disrespectful to the staff or the assistants. And guess what? The staff then don't want to work with that doctor. They don't want to help that doctor. And it's going to make it a lot harder for that associate to be productive later on down the road. I always make an effort at the end of the day to let my assistants know. I say to them, thank you for helping me today. Thank you for all your hard work today. I try my best to even tell the front office staff, thank you for working so hard to fill my schedule. Just showing this little bit of appreciation is going to go a long way. If someone did something extra for you, or maybe they stayed a little bit longer than they had to, sometimes the next day I bring them a coffee or I bring them a Starbucks gift card and I say, thank you so much for doing that. These little things are so easy to do and they are going to make a big difference. So don't forget to show appreciation to the people that are helping you every day. Number three, build new skills quickly. It's important that you work on building the types of procedures that you can do. So for example, becoming more proficient in surgical extractions, root canals, Invisalign. It's gonna make it a lot easier for you to find a job if you can do these procedures and also help you be more productive and have a higher income. If you don't feel comfortable doing all these procedures, that's okay. Just be willing to learn more about them and try new things. A lot of owner doctors are willing to teach their associates new procedures and help mentor them. So if there's certain procedures you're interested in learning more about, try to find an office that does a lot of those procedures and that has an older doctor that is willing to mentor you and teach you. There's also a lot of really good CE courses out there that can teach you a lot about these procedures. I always tell people there is nothing more important than investing in yourself. Invest in yourself and invest in your own skills. If you're not able to do these hands-on courses right now, again, I get it, they are not cheap. But there is also a lot of free content online that you can learn a lot from. I'm gonna link down below a couple dental YouTube channels that I think are really good and that you can learn a lot about different procedures from. Number four, be open to criticism. This is a really hard one. No one likes to get criticized, but there's so much to learn in dentistry and there is always ways that we can improve. So one thing I would suggest if you're a new grad or just got out of dental school is see if the owner doctor would be willing to set aside a little bit of time each week to go over radiographs and treatment planning with you. You can learn a lot this way. So if you see that the other doctor is treatment planning differently than you, find out why. Ask them why they do it that way. If they do their preps differently or their fillings differently, again, go watch them and ask them, is there a reason that you do it this way? A lot of doctors that have been practicing for a really long time, they picked up a lot of tricks and tips along the way. So usually there's a reason why they do things. And this is the best way to learn. Learn from people that have been practicing a lot longer than you. Number 5, excellent bedside manner. While this is always important, it's especially important if you think that you may buy into the practice later on down the road. Many associate positions can turn into ownership in the future. It is always hard taking over or buying an existing practice because sometimes during that transition, you lose patience. So it's important that right now you start building good relationships with the patients in that practice. My recommendation is to treat your associate position like a trial run for being an owner. Learn everything you can about how a practice runs. How does the front work? How does billing work? Employee laws, everything in between, because one day you may be the boss. I hope this video gave you guys some tips on how to be successful as an associate. If you guys have more questions or want to see more content, Sammy and I recently created a Discord where we're going to be posting all about student loans, CE courses, associate tips, interviewing tips. This is also a place where you guys can come and ask us questions, clinical or non-clinical. I know that dental school is not easy, and also the first couple years out of dental school has its own challenges. I was really unfortunate that I had a really good support system because my husband's a dentist and my mother-in-law's a dentist, so I was able to ask them a lot of questions and they really helped me my first couple years out of school. So I know not everyone has that support system, so I really hope that this Discord can be a place where you can come, ask questions, and get any type of support that you need. Again, if you're interested in joining, the link's gonna be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you for the next one.